Hi Big Rocks friends. So our next garden organizing project is organizing our personal gardening kit. It's a hot mess. There's no organization whatsoever right now. So let's dive in and we'll pull everything out and we'll have a fresh start. Okay, so let's get started. Let's sort through and see what we have here. I've got 3 pairs of gardening gloves. Do I really need 3 pairs? No. And this older pair, it's brittle, kind of crunchy. They're pretty much falling apart. So I'm going to let these go to the fabric recycling. I'm going to keep these other 2 pairs because I like to have 1 pair to wash and 1 to wear. Or if I have a friend over or family member who's helping with gardening, it's always nice to have an extra pair that they can borrow. These are wrist supports that I wear underneath my gardening gloves because I have tendonitis, so these just help give me a little bit of extra security when I'm digging in the soil. But I'm going to put these in a bag so that they don't get separated or lost. I could put my gloves in a bag too, but I use them so often that I'm just going to leave them as they are. Next, I have my trusty weeding tool. This trowel I also use frequently for planting. Got my trusty pruning shears, and then this is a sharpening blade, so every time I use these I clean them afterwards and then I sharpen them as well. I have this little bag of fertilizer which I need to add some. I have a larger bag, so I need to just add a little bit in here, but this is a lighter weight amount and I don't have to lug a 25-pound bag of fertilizer around the yard with me, so it's nice to just have this smaller bag to draw from. I have these planting markers which are reusable, and I can even run them through the dishwasher after the season if I want to reuse them again. If you don't happen to have any of these at home, you can also use some chopsticks that just come with your takeout delivery. Those are really handy as well. There's a lot of different creative ways that you can label your garden. So to kind of keep these guys under control, I'm going to put a rubber band around them instead of just letting them float around in the bottom of my basket randomly. And I'm going to attach my trusty Sharpie pen, which I use to label things. Oftentimes I'll put it in my pocket and then I forget to put it back in my basket. So I just have some random garbage here. And then another item I have in here are just some black plastic garbage bags, and I use those to put underneath my tomato plants sometimes so that the sun can reflect off of the soil and bounce up, and it just provides them a little bit of insulation and additional heat. Then you're probably wondering what these random bits of fabric are. This is an old sheet that I've torn up, and I use this as my tomato plants grow, or beans, or other things in the garden that require a trellis. So I just tore up this old sheet and I use it to tie the vines or the branches to the trellis or the supports as the plants grow. And then you can wash them, you can reuse them, or again, you could take them to the fabric recycling. So I'm going to put these in a bag so that they're not wreaking havoc in my gardening basket. And the last item for review is a handout that I got from a local gardening center on how to plant garlic. So this item actually shouldn't be in my basket at all. I'm going to put it in my gardening file, or I'm going to scan it into my digital gardening file. All right, so that is what I'll call my gardening organizing kit. It's just very simple and easy to do, and you can create something similar at home if that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay too. Just find what works best for you. And thank you for watching this gardening tip.